day. I'm off out on a ride today. Do a bit of a loop that's going out to Cricklade, heading from Cricklade southwest down to Westbury and its White Horse, and then heading west from there back over to sort of the Bristol area and then back up home from there. It's breezy but not ridiculously so, and it's nice at the moment. It's nice and sunny. It's meant to cloud over a bit later, I think, but more importantly it's meant to stay dry, so that's the main thing. I mean, normal spot is looking a bit overgrown. If somebody with a strimmer could come along here. So this is the old Midland line, as you know. I can walk here quite a lot. And over here through the trees is the Westbury bypass. So many years ago, in the sort of early to mid 80s, come along here, and it was still the railway line bed. No road over there. Lovely. They built the road maybe mid to late 80s, and I suppose a number of years after that they surfaced this with tarmac. It was a tiny little strip in the middle, and I think whoever's done it had used a spoon to lay it down. It's so bumpy. Anyway, fast forward to earlier this year, they closed this, and they've actually resurfaced it. It's taken them 2.5 months to do, but it's actually nice and smooth and goes to the edges. The water meadows over there. They're a bit flooded in the winter. Oh, I've been riding along and not really taking much notice, so it's been a while since I've picked you up. I'm at 30 odd miles now, so just outside a little village called Mindsey, which is not far from Cricklade and Swindon and that sort of area of the world. We've got the old water tower here. Well, yeah, I suppose you could call it a rocket launching pad. But yeah, it's a bit of a northwesterly wind today, so out of Cricklade up to the junction just back there, it was a bit of a headwind, and I'm glad I don't have an awful lot of that today, hopefully, touch wood. Yeah, the sun's gone. It did come back out again and then it's gone again, so I think that's it for today. But as long as it stays dry, I'm not really that worried. Came along the old railway line into Cricklade, and that's really overgrown now, and you could do with somebody going along with a strimmer, you know. Well, now in Melksham, near a little while. Usual petrol station I go to. Symington Road, if you're wondering. Going to do a 600 this weekend. I had to change my plans because we had a bit of an incident at work and couldn't leave somebody on their own on the Friday. So I was my plan was to start after work, ride through the first night and then see where I got to after that, you know. And yeah, so that might be next weekend now instead. Failing that, it'll be a couple of weekends after that because I'm going away for a few days. What are we, 2 weekends time? So yeah, it might be into July by the time I get to do it if I don't do it next weekend. Weather forecast ain't looking that good, so I can see it being you know, a few weeks time now. I'm going to do a reasonably flat one to begin with. So to begin with, I've got these plans on doing another one as well. Just see how this one goes now. I feel after it, you know. I lost my lens protector off my other camera. Dropped it somewhere this morning. So I have to order some new ones. So they come in pairs. Of course, I've only got one. It's really annoying. Anyway, the route is off south down to Bratton, up the hill to where the White Horse is, drop back down into Westbury, and then head back towards Radstock. That sort of area, and then head into the west, really said east. Eventually crossing the Avonmouth Bridge to turn north east, back home. Oh folks, I just climbed up out Bratton, which is sort of near Westbury, and this hill here where the people are stood, the White Horse is the other side of that. Obviously we can't see it from this side, and yeah, I've never come up that from that way. I'm not sure which is hardest. Piece of useless information. GCN use this bit of road to do their bike reviews on, I've noticed. And I've seen them coming up there a couple of times, and you're like, no, you haven't ridden from the bottom. But yeah, nice green van. You can tell it's quite windy where people are using kites. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is drop down into Westbury and basically head over towards Radstock from here. It's this next sort of, I don't know, 20 miles or so is going to be quite lumpy. Beacon here, look. Nearly in through, and let's join you in 36 back there. That's just over to my right. Only for a few hundred yards, and it's a few hundred yards too many. Anyway, turned into the wind a bit. Hello folks, so I'm, where am I? 2.5 miles from Frome, and I'm 5 miles from Radstock. I think I've got a bit of a drop here and a climb back up out the other side. This part of the world's a bit like this, so that's alright. It's nice to find a nice quiet lane. I don't think I've ever been this way before. There was a place called Great Elm up there, and none of it rings, you know, I don't think I've been here before, none of it looks familiar, so, yeah, that's alright, it's new miles. Nice new miles, like new miles. It's nice and quiet, just chill out. Sun's come back out again. That's good. Well, I was stood over there when I spoke to you last, and I didn't realise how close I was to the Collier's Way. So this is a permissive path that takes you all the way into Radstock. I was thinking it was going to be quite hilly, and this is an old railway line, so winner winner chicken dinner. But yeah, I do know this, and but I haven't ever joined it here before, which is probably why I was a bit sort of confused before. Doesn't take much, I know. So I decided to not use the other camera today to protect the lenses, because they are quite delicate, so I should order some replacement lens caps for lens covers for it when I get home. But yeah, I'm well over halfway. So me being me, you should know by now it's a DIY Audax, 200k. I'm well over 100k. What am I on? 112k. That's not too bad. Oh, quite like this. It's kind of like, let me show you properly. I'm trying to sit on it and show you. So it's like a layered thing. So I'm now a couple of 100 yards from where I was before when I spoke to you at the picnic table thing. So as you can see, we've climbed up here, and this is the old railway line bed, and there's some old sleepers there, concrete ones. Again, made a picnic table out of it, so that's good. I like that. It's not gonna rot, is it? Anyway, yeah, you can kind of see this going on off into the distance, and you know, it's that sort of big gravelly stuff, you know, the real big stuff. And having a look on this sign over here, the Collier's Way has missing bits, and I think that's a missing bit there. Yeah, you're allowed to walk along there. Basically, they're just making you be a bit careful, really. They're looking for a bit of money just to finish it off and put it as a nicer surface, you know. I mean, if you're walking along here, I mean, it's not not a problem really with walking shoes and what have you. You might struggle with flip-flops, but you know, I can see. Let's have a look down here. There's a rail. You can see it looks like they've pulled the track up and then put it to one side. So as you can see, the rail would run all the way through those. You can see them going off into the distance. So this is a Strands project, as you saw on the sign. It's just nice to be away from traffic. There's some quite aggressive people today. Like, relax, people. So it's quite funny when you're sat here talking to the camera and people look at you like you're talking to yourself. I suppose I am, really. Anyway, let's crack on. Let's crack on. I've had a bit of a breather now. I talked to you over there and there, so That wind is pretty strong today. Well, it's like it yesterday as well. Actually, Friday it was a tailwind all the way to work, and it's like land speed record job. Well, for me anyway. So I'm now in the Hengrove area of Bristol. What I'm going to do is to go down to the river, follow the river, side of the river all the way out to the Avonmouth Bridge. Well, that was interesting. I've just come past the Ashton Gate Stadium. There's something going on because there's hundreds of people coming the other way. I couldn't ride, there was that many people, so I just walked it the last probably quarter of a mile. It's clearly not football, because I think that's finished. So there we are, one of Bristol's famous landmarks, the Clifton Suspension Bridge, one of Brunel's masterpieces. And the main road over there. It's 4 miles to Pill and a lot less traffic. Looking back now to the suspension bridge, see the tides out on the river. So as you can see, a mile or so in now, and the valley has, you know, opened up. I think this is what is known as Sea Mills. Apologies if you're Bristolian and you're going, no, you're talking at your bum. So apologies, I think it is Sea Mills. Well, here we are in this spot again, so a couple of weeks ago. Just about to go over the Avonmouth Bridge. And just come along here today from Pill. Just about to go over the river back home. Hello, so I'm now at the petrol station, ta-da, near Cribbs Causeway, and walked in there, picked up a can of Coke, and they wanted £1.35. I put it back. I'm not tight, but that is ridiculous. So just have a coffee instead. Alright, it's more money, but I expect that. I don't expect a can to be £1.35. Anyway, it's less than 40k to go now, so once I've got this down me, oh, and the winds are generally helpful, so that's good. I'm glad of that. There we go, Lamborghini. Nice white one in there and an orange one. Lotus and Bentley. I can tell by the shape of the haunches of that it's a Continental GT. And a bit of a teal colour. And that'll be the closest I ever get to one. Well, these houses all been built since the last time I cut them up this road. Well, that's final climb of the ride done. Out of Tockington up to Old Down. And then I had a bit of fun going down the hill into Thornbury with some lads in a car in front. It was going around the corner like it had more lean on than I did. Hilarious. Anyway, just back up to Severn Vale now. Up through Rockhampton, little village there, to Stone, and then I'm going to rejoin the A38 and main road it back up to home really. So I'll probably pick you up there. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. Unfortunately, the audio quality in this particular clip was pretty bad, so I had to do a voiceover, but hey, that's the beauty of editing, right? Anyway, this marks the end of my ride and an awesome day out on the bike. Thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss the next adventure. Until then, ride safe and I'll catch you in the next video.